Have you ever wondered what life would be like if you had no desires at all? No cravings, no ambitions, no goals, just pure existence. Would that make you the happiest person alive? Or would it leave you feeling empty, without purpose? It's an interesting paradox. Desire drives us, yet it also causes suffering. Some philosophies teach us to let go of desire, while others emphasize the importance of ambition and striving for more. Today, we dive deep into this paradox from a Buddhist, psychological, and real-world perspective. Stay with me until the end because this might just change the way you look at life forever. Desire is what drives most human actions. It fuels ambition, relationships, creativity, and even survival. From wanting success to craving a delicious meal, desire shapes every decision we make. But according to Buddhist philosophy, desire, or tanha, is the root cause of suffering. The Buddha taught that attachment to desires creates a cycle of dissatisfaction. We get what we want, but soon, a new craving arises. This endless loop keeps us chasing happiness but never quite reaching it. But does this mean we should abandon all desires? What would life look like without them? Can we really function without some form of motivation? Think about it. When you finally achieve something you wanted so badly, how long does the happiness last? Maybe a few days, weeks, or even months. But eventually, a new goal replaces it, and the cycle continues. It's why people who become rich often still feel unsatisfied. They thought money would make them happy, but once they get it, they start wanting more. Bigger houses, fancier cars, more luxury. The cycle never ends. Now, imagine breaking free from that cycle. What if you didn't constantly chase something new? Would you find peace or would you feel lost? Imagine waking up with no desire at all. No urge to eat, no ambition to work, no craving for companionship. Would you feel peaceful or completely lost? Some monks and spiritual practitioners strive for a state of non-attachment, where they are free from unnecessary desires. They live simply, needing very little, and claim to experience deep inner peace. Take, for example, Buddhist monks who follow the path of detachment. They wake up before sunrise, meditate for hours, and sustain themselves with minimal needs. Their happiness comes not from acquiring things, but from being fully present in each moment. But does this mean desire itself is bad? Modern psychology offers a different take. Motivation and drive are essential for human well-being. Studies show that people with clear goals and a sense of purpose tend to be happier and healthier. For instance, psychologist Abraham Maslow introduced the concept of the hierarchy of needs, where self-actualization, achieving one's full potential, is one of the highest human needs. So, if we remove desire completely, do we also remove meaning from life? Think of two extreme lifestyles. 1, a monk who lives in isolation, free from desire. 2, a billionaires who have everything but still feel unsatisfied. Who is truly happy? The answer may lie somewhere in between. Here's the key. Not all desires are bad. The problem arises when we become attached to them, when we base our happiness entirely on whether or not we achieve them. Think about it. You can have goals, work toward them, and enjoy the process without being controlled by them. This is what Buddhism refers to as detachment with awareness, desiring things but not suffering if they don't happen as planned. There's a famous Zen saying, "Before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water." The message? Life remains the same, but your relationship with desire changes. You still do things, but without clinging to the outcome. Practical takeaways: how to master desire. So how can you apply this in daily life? 1. Recognize desires without letting them control you. Ask yourself, is this desire leading to unnecessary suffering? Example: wanting success is fine, but does failure destroy your peace? Reflect on whether your goals are enhancing your life or creating stress. 2. Find fulfillment in the present moment. Instead of chasing happiness, practice enjoying what's here now. Meditation, gratitude, and mindfulness can help shift your mindset. Try a simple exercise. Spend 10 minutes observing your breath and surroundings without seeking anything. 3. Detach from outcomes, but stay engaged. Have goals, but don't tie your happiness to them. Work hard, but don't obsess over results. There's a story of a farmer whose horse ran away. His neighbor said, "That's terrible." The farmer simply replied, "Maybe." The next day, the horse returned with a group of wild horses. The neighbor said, "That's amazing." Again, the farmer said, "Maybe." Later, his son tried to ride one of the wild horses and broke his leg. The neighbors said, "That's horrible." The farmer said, "Maybe." Days later, the army came to recruit young men for war, but the son was spared because of his injury. The neighbor said, "That's great." And the farmer? He simply said, "Maybe." The lesson? Life is unpredictable. The key to happiness is learning to accept whatever comes without clinging to expectations. So what if you had no desires? The truth is, life without any desire might feel empty, but a life driven by endless craving leads to suffering. The real answer lies in balance, desiring without attachment. Instead of seeing desire as the enemy, we can learn to live with it wisely. Wanting things is not wrong. The real challenge is making sure we control our desires rather than letting them control us. So I'll leave you with this. Are you chasing desires, or are they chasing you? Let me know in the comments. Do you think life would be better without desires? Or do you believe desire is necessary for meaning and growth? If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Stay mindful, and I'll see you in the next one.